Alright guys, so today we're going to be talking about a new unit. So go ahead and label a new table of contents for Unit 4. And then also label a new page of notes. And today's notes are going to be called 4.1 Bivariate Data. We're going to start off by doing a bunch of vocabulary words. The first one's category. It is a group of things that have similar characteristics. So make sure you write down both the word and the definition. This part in gray you don't have to write down. I just wanted to provide some examples of what a category is like. There's different types of food. There's breakfast foods. There's also different types of cuisine based off of like where you're from. Like there's Italian food, there's Mexican food, there's German food. What other examples can you come up with? What other categories are there? Our next vocabulary word is bivariate categorical data. This one's a whopper. It's results from collecting data on two different categories. So remember the prefix bi means two. Variate, okay, means two different types. Categorical, those are the two categories. When we're doing bivariate data, you can calculate the mode because you can see what one's the most popular category. In the last unit, we covered numerical data that is expressed as numbers. So make sure you copy down both the word and the definition for each. And while we're doing numerical data, you can calculate the mean, the median, the mode, the range. You can do all of those. Okay. Our next two vocabulary words are two-way frequency table. It's used to summarize bivariate categorical data. We're going to look at one in just a minute. And frequency is the number of observations. Okay, how often did it happen? You've heard frequency before, but you'll hear it again in a chemistry class when you're talking about wavelengths and frequencies. All right, these are the most important ones that we're going to be using today. Point of intersection, we've heard that before when we were talking about graphs. It's where a column and a row meet on a table. A marginal frequency represents the total of rows, the totals of the rows or the columns, and that's going to be gray in the following table. It's going to be gray in the table on your worksheet. And joint frequency are the point of intersection between two categories. And those are going to be white. All right. Okay, so let's practice using some of that vocabulary. If we want to look at our joint frequencies, I can tell you that this is a joint frequency because it's an intersection between flying and students. I can tell you that this cell right here is a joint frequency because it's an intersection between invisibility and students. I can tell you that this number right here, 17, is a marginal frequency because it is a total of a column. I can tell you that number 19 over here is a marginal frequency because it's a total of a row. Just adding up all of the numbers here. I can tell you the point of intersections are going to be your joint frequencies. The categories, we've got a category. Are you a teacher or are you a student? Our second category is what what power would you like to have? Flying, freezing time, invisibility, super strength, telepathy. This is the ability to read other people's thoughts. And our frequencies are how often people picked those things. So right here, our joint frequency is telling us that there are 12 students who picked flying. Over here, it's telling us there are 4 students who picked super strength. Now, there's a lot more students that took this survey than teachers because there's 57 student totals and only 19 teacher totals. Let's see what was the most popular among the teachers. So we had 5 picked flying, 4 picked freeze time, 4 picked invisibility. No one picked super strength if you're a teacher. Ah, but it looks like most of them, 6 is the greatest number in this row, other than the total. Most of them want to be able to read other people's thoughts. They want to have the power of telepathy. What was the most popular among the students? Freeze time. 23 has the greatest in that row. And let's see what the most popular overall was. Looks like it's freezing time, but we've got a tie for second between flying and telepathy. They both have 17, which is our second greatest number. All right, the practice. You're going to be working on a worksheet. The volume is a level 1, which is a whisper. And you're going to work all the way until the very end of the bell. You're going to put your answers on exit ticket to check your work. But then at the very end, the one that counts for your grade for the day is an exit ticket. It's going to be a green colored exit ticket.